What is up? This is Coach Matty. So, the Masterclass, how to make a $2.3 million beat. I got feedback from it and amazing class, but the title, how to make a $2.3 million beat. Cap. Some people thought it was cap, and that prevented some people from taking advantage of the class this time around. I'll give you guys the process. First, I'll start with the number. Cap. The number is from Kanye West's late registration. So he had about 17 tracks from there, right? And so I took one track, the late hidden track that was on there. We went through the process of creating that, and you see it live. So how do I get to $2.3 million? Cap. This is how. Kanye West's late registration album went quadruple platinum, right? So to date, right now, 2022, it's estimated to having generated about $40 million. So what I did is I divided that 17 tracks, divided it by the $40 million, and that's how I got it with that number, a $2.3 million beat, because we break down the one track from there. Okay, so let me just give you guys the process, right? Step one is to find an amazing instrumental where you don't have to do a bunch of stuff to it, right? Step two is you chop that specific sample up in a way that it sounds amazing. Step three is you arrange that sample. Step four is that you create a duplicate track of that sample arrangement. Step five, we're gonna cut the low frequencies in that first arrangement track. We're gonna cut it all the way up, right? Step six, in the second duplicate track, we're gonna cut out all of the high frequencies. Step seven, we're gonna add some bass, maybe just to fill it up a little bit, if you like, almost a pad to play underneath the track. Not so much that you're hearing it, but that it just makes the track sound a little bit more wholesome, a little bit more gelled together. And then we also will add some piano that was actually in the track, right? Now there's somebody who actually plays the keys, so if you have somebody who plays the keys, that's great, get them, but I didn't play the keys. I played a little bit of the keys on there. I'm not the greatest piano player, but I did hear that electric piano on that track, and so I played a little bit of it, and that's what we show. Okay, so that was actually 7 and 8, right? So 7, again, is to play some live bass, or actually play some MIDI bass underneath that track, to kind of just follow where the natural bass of the sample is going. And then you play some MIDI piano behind it. Or you can patch in some live E-piano if you like. Step 9 is to properly gain stage everything, right? So you want to gain stage those two samples tracks. You want to gain stage properly the bass track, if you have one added in there. And you also want to gain stage the piano track. And if you've added a pad in there too, you want to just make sure that that's really, really, really low. Step 10, on the master bus, you want to make sure that everything's mixed well. You want to have that glue reverb. You want to put an EQ, maybe some light compression, send the whole track to its own reverb aux, make everything sound like it's in the same room. You just make sure that everything is sitting well with the EQ, cut out some of those muddy frequencies around at 200 hertz, 100 to 200 hertz in the EQ. And honestly, that's pretty much it. You're ready to go to mixing. You're ready to go to like the mixing phase. So guys, that is it. That is how I made a $2.3 million beat. Honestly, I did it in about 30 minutes because I've been practicing and working all these years. But that's what was in the master class, was to take students from the beginning to the end of that music production process, not necessarily the mixing, but the music production process, so that you guys can know exactly how it's done. So you can take those steps and duplicate. If you're watching this and you want to know exactly how to do it, keep an eye out for the next master class. It is not cap at all. Cap. It is not cap at all. I just wanted to say that, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Peace.